What's going on, YouTube? My name's Keith. I'm here with my brother Noel. We'd like to welcome you to our new YouTube channel called Hustler's Garage. We'll be doing a bunch of different builds, restores, some reviews, a little bit of everything, whatever we can get our hands on. So for our first car, we'd like to do is a car that I've had for a little bit now, but I haven't been able to do too much with it because, you know, life gets in the way. But it's a car that's pretty special to me. So I got it a couple of years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, and I haven't been able to do it justice the way the car should be. It's kind of I guess a legend in the car world. So without further ado, I want to unveil the car that we're going to be doing first. So this is my '89 R32 Skyline GTR. I imported it from Japan right about the time they were illegal, when there wasn't too many. When I got the car, I didn't take into effect the cost of owning one. So I daily drove it for quite some time in Vegas, and I put a lot of miles on it. And then when things started to go, it got a little pricey to fix. And then I told myself that I'd buy a house first before I actually went and finished it. So now that I did that, it's time to get back to the car so that it can be restored to its rightful glory that it deserves. So we're going to give you a walk down of the car, and then also Noel is going to go over basically the build process that we're going to have and the steps we're going to take to get this thing back to where it should be. So we have my R32 here, and some of the issues, concerns, things that are wrong with it. So we let it go for a little bit. So I mean, it's getting brand new paint job, so the whole entire thing's going to be done. We're probably going to switch the color just because I don't like this color, I'm going to be honest. So we're going to switch the color up. We're going to get a bunch of new things for the car. So first thing, the wheels. We're actually going to keep the wheels on the vehicle because the limited edition, the Nismo LMGT3 wheels, and you know, Nismo and Nissan, they go together. So we're going to keep those on there. And then we're going to redo the whole interior. So the whole entire interior is going to come out of the car, and we're going to redo that from top to bottom. So I got a bunch of new interior coming. So what you see it like now is not how you're going to see it in a little bit. So then the biggest, I guess, project and expense is going to be the motor. So we're going to pop the motor probably in the next episode, but the motor is getting a complete overhaul. We're not going to really touch internals, but basically everything else we are going to get into. We're going to do a turbo rebuild for you with the N1 turbo upgrades. We got, you know, new fuel rail, injectors, pumps, whatever, everything that you could probably think of, we're going to replace. So now we're going to go to the back of the car, and Noel's going to give you a rundown of basically how the episodes are going to go, basically the build process that we're going to do to get this thing back to where it should be in its rightful place.
What's up, y'all? So we're going to try to keep this build to a 10 episode minimum. Minimum, maybe. How we're going to break this down, the restore, that is the main focal points of the restore is going to be the engine, the interior, and paint. Those are going to be our major focal points. We're going to start with the engine. We're going to pull the motor out, go over the whole block. Turbo rebuild on the way. Then we're going to move to the interior, pull out all the things in the interior, all the Japan electronics. You gotta love those. And then we're gonna move to the body. Prep everything for paint, send it off to Keith's boy, and then the magic's gonna happen after that. Hopefully we can do this in a timely manner. That way we'll have it ready for, what would you say, Keith?
Hopefully mid this car season. We're gonna hope to be out at a couple of shows because this is not a build that we're doing and then selling. This is a build that I'm probably going to get buried with. So I don't see myself getting rid of it. I've wanted one for a long time, and then when I owned one, I actually didn't know the cost incurred with owning a Skyline GTR. I actually thought it was less than what it actually is. This is not a cheap car to own and maintain.
Not at all. So, with that being said, this is Hustler's Garage.